All right. All right. All right. I think it's 6 on the dot. Well, it's 5:59, but y'all know I like to be on time. Good evening. Good evening. It's 5:59. So I'm definitely going to give time for people to get here. But hello to whoever that one is that is watching. Excuse me. If you are not subscribed, I don't think you're going to be able to comment. So please make sure you subscribe. After you subscribe, you'll be able to comment like 1 minute after you subscribe. And it is 6 on time. So I'm going to wait. Hey, good evening, Alyssa. How are you? I'll make sure I can see the comments. And I'll just talk through while we're waiting because I know people are going to come back and watch the replay, and I don't want them to just see a bunch of dead air. But I just wanted to come on this evening and hey, Tam. I'm sorry, Tan. Hey, Tan from Macon, Georgia. All right. Y'all coming on in here. But I'll just let the others fall on through. But I wanted to come on this evening. I usually don't do any work at all on the weekends, but it was important to me to make sure that I made time because I kind of realized that there are a lot of people that still work Monday through Friday. And Alyssa, I'm glad you're here. I wanted to say this too, and I'll probably say it a few times throughout the live. But if there is anybody that made an appointment, made a for the 15-minute free consultation, you can ask your questions here, and if I answer everything you need here, you can cancel your appointment if you get what you need. Because I know that there are some that made the appointments kind of far out because that's how I had the openings. But that was another reason why I wanted to do this, because if people wanted to do something earlier, I would have the opportunity for them to ask the questions to answer here. But you don't have to. If you still want your 15 minutes, that's fine too. But if you have any questions, please feel free to go ahead and ask them, and I'll answer here. The thing with me is I'm pretty much free with information, but if it's something that I don't want to speak on or say publicly, I'll tell you that as well. So you all won't ever have to really worry about me kind of skipping over or being really evasive about things. And if I don't know, I will tell you that I don't know, but I will find out for you. Because believe this, if there's something that I don't know, that just lets me know that there's something that I need to research and be able to have the answer for the next time somebody asks me whatever that question may be. So that's why I came on this evening. I'm like, people still work. People don't really have time during the week. Plus, it's still Sunday. So I said, okay, 6 o'clock, that gives people time to do whatever they're going to do, church, go out to eat, whatever they're doing on Sunday. And around 6, should be good. And also, this is going to stay up. Excuse me. So those who missed it, they can come back and watch again. So you're welcome. Hey, Tiffany, you're welcome. You're welcome. I just want to make sure that I try to be who I present myself. I try to be and do what I say I'm going to do and who I am. So I wanted to make sure that I am covering everybody in the best way that I can. Hey, Desiree, in the best way that I can. I know I'm not going to be able to cover everybody's schedule every time, but I do know that I have a better chance here on YouTube where people can come and find it and look at it again. I don't have to worry about, saying, hey, Alyssa, hey, Tan, hey, Tiffany, hey, Desiree, and then it cut off because somebody said I'm in some kind of violation. I just really don't know how to talk or speak on TikTok, but I know how to work over here. So if anybody has any questions, you can go ahead with them. If not, I'll just kind of cover the things that I had in my notebook. And this is another thing you all will find with me. I'm very conversational. Like I kind of talk things through more so than, teaching and coaching and all of that. I mean, it may be that, and it may be informational, and you may learn a lot, but I'm more conversational. I just like to be comfortable, and I like for people who interact with me to be comfortable too. Another thing, there is no dumb questions, no stupid questions. I don't really have a problem with redundancy because everybody learns the same way, grasps the same way. So also, if we ever get to a point, you all, where we have a whole lot of people, which I know you all will do because I saw it on TikTok, that if I've answered something and you all know it already, you will go ahead and tell somebody who asked the same thing, which I greatly appreciate because I just won't catch everything, or sometimes I may be, caught up in what it is I'm telling you all, and I can't really go back. Okay, Tan, this is actually one of those questions. So let me say this. There will be a lot of things that I tell you all, but there will be some things that I'm going to ask that you research on your own, because I want to make sure that you know something about it. But can you give us the steps to starting our business in order, such as the MC number? So I'll give a high level overview on that. Your state, you have to find out what your state requires as far as you starting your business, LLC, DBA, EIN, whatever the steps are for your state. Now, the part for the MC number, DOT, I actually got as a dispatcher though, we don't need that. As a broker, we do. Oh, speaking of that, let me say this. We are independent dispatchers now, but they have a bill that is coming out that probably is going to affect independent dispatchers. It's not going to be instant. It's not going to be immediate. But I want to say this. I am a person that will continue to give people this information because even being an independent dispatcher, you still want to look at your next move. You still want to see what your scale up is going to be. So ultimately, it's looking like they need to decide what a dispatcher is. And then once they make that decision, they will decide whether or not that position or role that we play, you need to go ahead and get your MC number and become a broker. So whether that goes forward or not, I still feel like people need to know how to dispatch, because even if you decide to become a broker, I still feel like you should know how to dispatch first, because you want to, when you become a broker, you want to already have carriers. And who has carriers? Dispatchers. We have to call them. We have to find them. So I just feel like they should grow with you. So when you get your MC number, if you decide that you want to be a broker and all that, I actually got my DOT number because when I first got into it, I was just getting into too much information. So I got my DOT number, but I used a video from YouTube, and the video walked me through the steps on how to get it. And all the way through, if you're just getting your DOT and you get to the end and it has $300, then you need to go back and change your steps. But there's a video on YouTube that walked me straight through, and it was $0 at the end, and I got the DOT number, which is free. Let's see. Can you tell? Okay, so do you have contracts with carriers and bill them by invoice? Yes, Desiree. So I have my dispatcher agreement, and in my dispatcher agreement, which I have, I'm gonna bless the people on here today because you all, I appreciate it, in this Sunday. So I actually have a dispatcher agreement that is mine. I usually charge for it, but everybody who comes on the live today who needs it, I'm going to ask that when we leave, when we get off here, or you can do it now, that you go to my website, sign up for my email, and I'm going to send you free. I'm going to send you 3 copies because I have 3 different ones. I have 2 that are, you can decide how you want, and then I have 1 that is blank. So you can use it for your business. All you need to do is plug in the information. So I'll tell you all this, and you'll probably start to figure it out. I want to make this as easy as possible for us in certain ways, but I don't want to be the person that gives you so much that you don't go and look anything up. I'm going to type it in here now. excuse me, put it in here. So, contracts by carrier. So I fill out the contract. My contract has everything that I'm going to do for them. It asks them, their power of attorney, but only over their business. So you all, even when you send these out, even in your plug and play, you'll put what you want to have in there. But you want to make sure that you're going to do all of the things that are in there, because you don't want to get in a sticky situation. But I have mine and I have it set up, and I ask for a credit card to be put on file in case they decide they don't want to pay me, because I have a way that I want to be paid. And if we discuss a different way, that'll be on that. And in the agreement, I have the power of attorney. I have a credit card to put on file. But when you speak about the power of attorney, you want to make sure that they understand that this power of attorney is specific to the role that you'll play in their business as their dispatcher, not the one over their life. Like, you don't have any say so over anything outside of, it's just basically saying you are authorizing me to call, book loads, and submit your information to factoring companies and everything that I do on your behalf. And you want to be able to speak to that, because sometimes they will call you back like, I see this page on here say power of attorney. I don't know you like that. And then that's when you're going to have to speak to it. That's, not what I'm saying. It's just for this particular or specific thing. Let me make sure I'm getting the link for y'all now. Let me look. Know all phrases of your business from ground up. Right. Oh, now speaking of that, Tiffany, so my carrier, I made sure that my carrier knows everything that I do. And at first, he was not trying to hear it. And he was just like, no, you do it. You do a good job. I don't want to. And I had to tell him, listen, sir, no one should ever know more about your business than you do. And tomorrow is not promised to anyone. So even if you do not have to do the tasks that I do, I still want you to know what to do. So he finally, listened to me. And when I was showing him, I was, just walking him through, and he was just like, man, this is a lot. I said, yes, and he was like, you only charge me 8%. I was like, do we need to negotiate up? Like what we talking about here? So that's just me, though. There's going to be, let me say this now, there's going to be a lot of things that I do that you do not have to do, because remember, this is still your business. So you get to decide what you want to do, how you want to do it, who you're going to take on, who you want to deal with. And that's why you all will find a lot of times, where I'll give an example, but I'll let you know that this is what I choose to do in my business, because I don't like to get, into it with people and they want to, act like this is the only way. That's not how you do that. This is your business. If I decide that I'm going to just book loads and just charge 4% and then tell the carrier that he got to pay me if he want to do anything else, this is my company and that's what I'm doing, and that's what we agree to. So that's just some things. So here's the link here. Let me make sure I'm seeing. It's the website. Okay, I just posted the website info. Thank you so much. Thanks a bunch. Love it. So calling on their behalf, you're saying you're from their company and not yours. Correct, Desiree. On when you all go into agreement, like the name of this part of my company is Empty Nest Logistics. The only person that knows about Empty Nest Logistics is the carrier that I sign up with, and me. We are the only two that care that we are in an agreement. But when I contact a broker on behalf of them, I call them up. Hey, how you doing? My name is Marian, giving you a call from the transportation business name. I'm calling on the load about. So, and there's been a lot of, scammy things. So when I first started doing this, I still represented the company, but in the conversation with the broker, they'll ask you for an email. So I would give the email of my business, which was no problem at the time. But there's been so much going on that now I will advise that when you take on a carrier, go ahead and set up a Gmail for them that's yours. So just whatever the name of the transportation business is at gmail.com, even though they don't check it, they don't see it, it's yours. That way, when you call the broker on their behalf and you say that you're working on the behalf of that company, and then they get to the part where they ask you for the email, you just go ahead and give. That way, it's just everything is saying the same thing. And brokers are getting kind of fickle too, because they kind of feel like we're taking away from them, but we're actually not. We have decided that we're going to start here, which is to me the ground, and go through all of the things. That way, those of us who decide that we're going to go on to be a broker, we understand. Well, first of all, we're starting out with carriers already, and when you receive a call from a dispatcher, we're gonna go about it differently. We'll know that they're new. We'll help them out because we started from where they are. And that is important to me. Let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, I'm just still looking. So I had a couple things that I'll go in here too, but if I see a question, I'll answer that. So I think I spoke on this already. Do some research. Okay, so there's a lot of people that are reaching out to me and they're saying that they want me to mentor them. I'm not sure if there are any here, but also people can catch the replay. What other ways of marketing do you suggest? I am kind of, I ain't gonna say kind of, I'm old school. I believe at one time sending out everything online was probably working, but now there's so many. So I use online, but I mostly go outside. I will get in because I DoorDash and Uber Eats. So I go and I'll go to the truck stops, but I do not. You'll run your business your own way. So I won't say what I don't do, but I go to truck stops and I just kind of people watch. And if I do approach, and y'all can do this, you can take it with you. If I do approach, I watch my approach. Like if I see somebody that I think I might be able to talk to, and I start walking in their direction and they keep eye contact with me or they kind of wait on me, I'll go forward. But if I'm moving in their direction and they look at me and they kind of look away like, oh, I don't want to, you really have to read the room. Now, there are some that'll speak with you, but you also need to know when you do get them to stop and talk to you, you got to be quick. You got to know what you're talking about, and you got to be appealing, because carriers, truck drivers, owners, operators, they're always looking for the next move. And then there's not just carriers there. They have people that are riding with them sometimes that may be non-CDL or may want to get their own business and come out of the partnership with them, whatever. We don't really know what their reasons are, but we want to make sure that we can speak and speak quickly. I had put a clip on TikTok, saying so this is what I do too. I pray, but I'm bold. My son works at Amazon, and at Amazon, there's a whole lot of power onlys lined up. Y'all probably saw me post a picture. It was pitch dark outside, like 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. So what I did one day, I was like, Lord, there's a whole bunch of these trucks out here, and I know that they also freight forwarder office, because we have people all the time that come in giving us their cards, and most likely I pull from the cards. Oh, that's nice. So what I did was I was like, okay, I tagged their trucks. Like I went to their trucks and I put my card in all of the doors. And when I tell you I was huffing puffing, because I was on the move, I was like, no, don't let nobody shoot me. I'm not trying to do them no harm. I'm not trying to do them no wrong. I just want to know. So I got a call back, and that is where that video that I had that I was telling you all, that I was talking to the carrier, and he was telling me, he asked me what we do. And I was telling him, as an independent dispatcher, we have to gather our own contacts. We have to make our own moves. This is what we do. And what I do, I put together a plan of action and we move forward. The intention is to grow your business and grow with your business. Be able to explain what you do, but be quick. A lot of people were using this new age. Here's the thing. You all are going to hear me say carrier, owner, operator, and truck driver, because people call it so many things. but I want everybody to know that it's this. I'm talking about the same person. Look, who moves that truck? I use a lot of old school ways because this is personal. As an independent dispatcher, we work personally with these carriers, owner operators, drivers. We're not a large company where whoever you call into, they got the whole dispatch and the whole the setup and the switchboard. It's us and them. So when you use some of these new school practices, when you go to the truck stop and then you turn on your what's it called? I'm gonna look at my phone. You look at the drop, your airdrop, like you go and stand there, and then you turn your airdrop on, and then you try to drop your card off whoever got their airdrop on. That's not personal. And people are going to decline you, or that's going to prompt them to turn it off. They have this other thing. They have apps where you can get people phone numbers. Like people will go on the FMCSA website and just get phone numbers. And there's a way that you can send text messages to these people. That's spam to me. They have a way that you can leave a message and their phone never rings. That's spam as well. And I don't really like that, because if my phone is messed up and it's having that type of problem already, and then you send me something like that, now I feel like my phone has more problems than it already did. And now I'm taking it to the shop and spending money that I didn't have to, because you're operating like that. But it is personal, very personal. And the carrier owner operators, truck drivers likes to be communicated to. They like communication. If you are one that just wants to text all the time and you don't want to communicate, you'll have to work on that. I clearly, y'all see, don't have a problem with that. 27 years of customer service, retention, sales, all of that. So I don't mind pounding the pavement. But again, that's what I do in my business. You will find, your way, you'll find your niche, and whatever works for you, will work. So I wanted to say that. Let me make sure I answer for the office. Other ways of marketing too is online. Just leave your stuff. But those are pretty much the ways that I do, that I know. And of course, many of you might be a lot more savvy than me, and I appreciate learning that too. Mentoring. So for me, mentorship is working with one that knows what they're doing, and and when you come to them, you have an idea of what you want to do. So I've been reaching out to some of the people that say that they want mentorship, and when I ask them, what they want to do or how they need to do it, they're like, well, I want to get into this. And I ask them, what do they know? And they don't know anything. I personally cannot work with that, because I need to know this is a $800 billion industry. And I don't want to just stick to this because I know other things, but this is just, I like it. But know something. When you don't have any idea, a mentor, even want to be one, there's nothing to work with. A mentor cultivates what you already have. They help you grow and kind of be your cheerleader and walk you through things that you know and that you want to go. So I don't want for anybody to get into this because of the money, because it's 800 billion and it's still 800 billion, because it takes a lot to get your financing up. So I wanted to say that I don't have a problem with it, but know what you have going, and we can have a conversation. I also wanted to talk about my services. Now, you all will know, you will see, you will find out that although I have services, you won't really find me saying buy something, talking about paid services. When you ask, I'll tell you where to find that, because I do, but I'm not going to be pay me. Can you suggest what should someone know first before getting into this business, before going into this business? I would suggest that you do some research and find out even if it's something that you like, because you may not like it at all. And I encourage people to do that, because although you work for yourself, although you work from home, you still want to make sure you like it, because there's nothing worse than hating a job that you have and then becoming an entrepreneur and you still hate what you're doing. Entrepreneurship should be something that you like to do, although you're going to have challenges, although you're going to have growing pains. You know that that's your passion. You know that's what you want to do. Right, Tiffany? So you have to like it, because me, or anybody else cannot help you grow, cannot cultivate a relationship and help you grow what you need to do if you just don't like it. So just, take a look. I have some videos here. Other people have some videos here. And even in mentorship, like I said the other day, just make sure you get you somebody, even if it's not me, somebody that you feel like is where you want to be or headed in the direction that you want to be and that you connect with. And all the time, the people don't have to be expensive. I don't really get into counting people's pocket. I don't, tap into that at all, because I don't know what. Okay, I got it. You're going to relaunch in an hour. People have going on. I just know what I have. But what I was saying is, you all won't find me saying, go buy this, go buy that. Well, one thing you will hear me say buy all the time, and that's my ebook, My Homeboy Said, for $7.99. You'll hear me say that more often. But I wanted to explain the differences between the $99 nesting program and the $350 nesting and mentorship program. You will need an EIN. That is your, you need that for your business bank account. You need that to say for your legitimate business. And let me say this about the business bank account. For some of you might know it already, but I just want to drop this little tidbit. If you start your business and you get your EIN and everything, but you do not get a bank account, if you don't get a bank account immediately, that's fine. We know that that's not everybody's deal. But when you get ready, your EIN and your DUNS number. Your DUNS number is how you build your credit. But when you get ready to apply for something, the people who you apply to, they look and see how long you've been in business, but they look for the business bank account. So the business bank account is what says you've been in business for how long. So you can have a business that you started in 2017, and then in 2021 you finally got a business bank account. Well, to those who have the money, it looks like you just started your business in 2021. So that's something that I want you all to keep in mind, because that hurts. That hurts when you've been humping it and you get in position to do what you need to do, and it's like, you haven't been here according to this paperwork. So we want to look into that. So the $99 nesting program. So basically, you are in my nesting program, my nesting group, for 1 week. In that group, you will be able to download everything that you're going to need. There's information that you can have that will help you get your business going, everything. I am there throughout the day, but it is an as needed situation. I don't coddle, because I feel like this: if you invest your money in something, I should not have to beg you to take advantage of. Now, it is $99, but there's about $99,000 worth of information in there. So that's the 99. So you get all that. You're pretty much paying for all of this downloaded information that you don't have to pay somebody hundreds of dollars for, that you don't have to research. And I'm there, and I'll show you how to do a cold call and talk to a broker. 1 week. So that's it. Now, for the $350 4-week nesting and mentorship, you are in the same group. However, you're there for 4 weeks. We do the cold calling and contacting brokers, but we go into a separate space and we continuously and consistently do it. So you know what to do, how to do. We work towards getting you a carrier. When you get that carrier, we work on getting that carrier all the way up to the road and rolling. We have meetings. I see how you're doing. Do you like it? Where you having problems at? It is a full-on mentorship. The mentorship, of course, is really strong the first couple of weeks. But once we get into that 3rd week, It's more so as needed, because at that point I have given, now I want to see what you're doing and allow you to do it. We still holding hands, but we don't have a tight grip. And then you're on your own, but I'm still there as needed. And then that fourth week, you should be completely independent, but I'm still there. So it's much more in depth. We have a whole itinerary, itinerary of things that we do. So that is the difference. So there are some people that take the $99. They just need all of the things on there, and whatever it is they need. And then there's the people who take the 4-week. And those are the differences. So although you're in the same place, your program operates differently. So I wanted to say that. And I'm going to go ahead and give this exclusive information. So I'm going to keep those programs. However, what I want to start doing is coming on YouTube and doing some of the things that are in my program, and get to the point where the whole training is on YouTube, but it is not, in depth. You will still need to get a mentor. I will still offer the program for those who are going to need. I guess it would kind of be the equivalent of the one-on-one, where you really want to be in depth. You really want to get a carrier. You really want to be walked through the whole thing. You don't want to be, you don't want your nerves to be bad. So that is the difference. I wanted to make sure that I explained that, so people will know, because there is a difference in what you're going to get in the 99 and the 350. So let me see what else I had here. And I got the link here, y'all. So whatever you want to, if you want to sign it up. Let me see what else I had. Would you just fill in my last couple of gaps? I start carrier hunting this week. Oh, okay. Yeah. Also in there, we show you how to go on the FMCSA website and find your carriers, what to look for. So you right on time. My Facebook group. I have a Facebook group. In order to enter the Facebook group, you would need to purchase an ebook, which is the $7.99 book my homeboy said. Upon entry, or if you find the group, it's going to ask you, what is the email that you use to purchase the book? Once you put that email, that is how you're going to enter. I know a lot of people been looking for it and been finding it and been clicking the link through here. That is fine, but you will not be approved if you do not produce that email. Now, in this group, the majority of the people in there have already taken a course or are already in it, so it's not a whole lot of teaching. So the $7.99 is not going to get you away from investing in where you need to invest. However, that's where the people who come out of the nesting programs and the 4 weeks, that's where you go. That's where we continue to network with each other. We got a broker or two in there. We're just growing it in there. Now, it's called Dispatching Conversations, that just might be educational, but we also work together as well. Yes. Well, if you do, I'm sorry, if you do the 4 week, you're automatically going over into that group after you finish. But there are some who they don't want the $99 or the $350. The $7.99, works for them. So no, ma'am, you won't have to do that. As soon as you're done with your 4 weeks, there'll be a link for you to click and go over there. You don't have to do that. But if you want it, you'll have to purchase it, but you don't have to do it to enter that group. Let me see what else I had here. So I saw a lot of yeses for a redo of the live training course from the other day. So I am going to do it again this Wednesday at 6 p.m. But I will go ahead and say now, it is just going to be a basic run through, because that's going to be what it is from here forward. If people want that, they can take it from there and go. And then after I'm done with that, I'll come back on for a Q&A session for those who don't want, for those who want more and want to hear more. I'll separate the videos because a lot of the complaints that were done the other day was like, oh, why she not to the point, but they were late and they didn't realize that that was the complete point and everything was on point and it was about what we do. So I won't be giving all of that. They can, figure it out on their own or get them a mentor and move forward on there. But yeah, I'm going to do it again. I'm still going to give some examples, but I'm not going to allow myself to get as passionate and like it was the other day. So if you missed it, it is here, but you'll still feel when it cut off because we was really vibing. So okay, I'm not sure what age your company before you open it means. You mean like get your LLC or something and just let it sit? Because that's not my lane. I don't want to tell nobody nothing wrong. Well, no, you said is it best to age you? Okay, that doesn't really. I don't understand why anyone would do that because you have to. Well, I don't know where you live. I don't. The thing with LLC and DBA, that's why I say high level overview on that because your state, whatever your state requires. I live in Georgia, so we gotta get an LLC, and then you can do your DBAs under it. But like in Texas, they can. I don't know if it's for certain things, but they could just pay $25 and get a DBA and be done. So it just depends on what the state says, and since I don't know what every state says, I don't try to be definitive on that because you have to check that out. Oh, some people are misunderstanding what this is. I know it's probably none of any of you, but I want to say this for those who go back and watch it. This independent dispatching is not a job opportunity yet. It is not a job opportunity. It's just me giving you some information on an opportunity. And if you're interested in it and becoming an entrepreneur in that area, here is the some information that can get you going, get you started, give you some direction, help you find out what you need to know, help you decide if you want to move forward, help you decide if you need a mentor, where you need the mentor, that sort of thing. So I wanted to clear that up because although I am working towards something, like here soon, I'm going to need somebody to help me to get these leads, but it's going to be 100% commission. And I don't know if anybody can really afford to do that, basically working for free, but it's not, working for free, but not working for free because you have to hump it, but you have to really be in position to be able to be 100% commission. So I'm trying to figure that out. But I really want to get, like I told y'all, I really want to have a call center and do these trainings and where we all are, connecting and can move forward and either get a program where you're making some money or however, keep the flow going. So not yet, but here is some information. So let me see, make sure I saw everything. Oh, and sign-ups. Sign-ups, if you sign up today, you'll start this week. If you start up, if you sign up sometime this week, then you'll start the training next week. All right. Thank you so much, Tiffany. I'm trying to just remain, informative and make sure that I give you all what you need and not be here, there, and everywhere because I can get there. But that's mostly when we just conversing. But I just wanted to make sure. And again, it is Sunday evening. I know people got to get ready for work tomorrow. Everybody's not available during the week. So I say, let me take some time out and get on here and, see what is needed. So I think I got all the questions. Hey, Erica. I don't think I said hey back, but I'm good. It's exactly returned for 2 months. Okay, I saw that. All right. All right. Do we have any more questions? If not, I will let y'all go on about your evening. But again, I wanted to come and give the time, be available, be present. Well, all right. Okay, hold on. I will be willing to work commission if it means learning more on the business. That is something that I could work with. Um, but I would have to remix. We'll talk about that. We'll definitely talk about that because yeah, like I said, I'm honest with y'all. I don't have it like that yet, but it's coming. But I would definitely like to have that conversation for sure. All right. Anybody else? Let me look through here and see what else I have on here. Also, I think I told you all the other day. Also, if you hit my email, I have the free 30-day DAT Truckers Edge subscription. But don't activate it until you are ready to take on it or have a carrier because it is an expense and they do not give a do-over if you don't use it for that 30 days. That's there. But I encourage you all, everyone that is here, to hit that link and sign up for my email list. Everybody who I see when I get off here who has signed up for it, I'm going to send you the the dispatcher agreements for free. 2 of them you can look over, and if you want to remix them, and then I'll send you the blank one. Just to clarify, I can get my DOT number before my MC number. Okay, what do you need an MC number for, Tiffany? Are you going to become a broker? Because as an independent dispatcher, we don't need them at all. We don't need either of them. But if you're going to be a broker, you may as well go ahead and get that MC number, and it's going to automatically give you the DOT. I don't know now. Oh, did I mess you up? Right. But yeah, they're doing their thing, but we know that it's not going to be immediate. Like we already know that they don't even know what a dispatcher is, what a dispatcher does. And a couple of months ago, something came out and it was saying something along the lines of dispatchers and the FMCSA, and they were saying that dispatchers will still be allowed, but you'll only be able to have one carrier, which was fine with me because my carrier that I started off with, well, the second one that I got, that's fine. We started off with the box truck. Now he done moved on into power only. I'm good with one carrier as long as I can be a part of growing that company into fleet status. That's fine by me. And I'm actually going to see if that is still going to be, in effect, because I don't want to become a broker. I'm fine with being of service. I'm good. Although my first course was a broker course, I realized really quickly when I was there that there was a lot that they weren't telling me, but that come from service, and I was a trainer in service. So I know that there's certain things that needed to be covered, and it's different when you know something and how it's supposed to go and when you don't. Like you all, I keep it 1,000 with y'all. I tell y'all what goes on. I tell you how you feel, how it feels. Well, a lot of these courses, they give you just what you need. No, not even what you need, what they want you to have, and then that's it. And when you start like doing it and it's making no sense or there's a lot of holes in it, that becomes the problem because now you done already gave your $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $1,100, $1,500, and you still don't know what to do. So I want to try to bridge that and give you all this preview, and then you can decide where you want to go. Because there's some that are good. Like I have B Logistics. I'm cool with him. He has what's called after the class, like after you take a class. But he teaches you, you know, hot shots and how to get them. But he's you know, it's specific. And I think it's like $2,500 a week or something like that. But that's what he does. So he's teaching his specifics, whereas I talk about everything, and then you can decide what you want to do. Like even I told you all, you know, some of these courses tell you focus in on getting a dry van. That's where the money at. Get you 5 of them, and it's $350 a week, and you're a 6-figure earner. Only work with this specific equipment. I don't say that because that's not a reality. When you want to get those dry vans and you want to get those big money making trucks, you got to know how to run them. So it doesn't make any sense. First of all, they don't want to work with you if you knew. But if they do, excuse me, they got to trust that you can run them and they're making the money that they were even making on their own. You can have a conversation with them if they were working for a company. That's one of the rebuttals that I have in the book. My homeboy said, you can kind of let them know, okay, I understand that you're working for a company. However, you are now your own business person, and you have to build up your relationships with people like that company did. They're secure, they're locked in. So you cannot come from a company because you went and got your own truck and you got your own authority and you're running your own business, and you have gotten from up under them and you don't have to deal with their rules, but you still feel like you should be earning what that established company was able to pay you through all of the connections that they have made from over the years. You're on your own. You have to establish yourself. So it just tells you, you know, kind of look out for some of the things because the pressure is real. And if you are new and you're dealing with a new transportation company, please believe that they're coming to put the pressure on you because they now have that truck payment, they now have that insurance, they now have all of the things on their own that they didn't have with that company. Now they're trying to hurry up and get a return on that investment, hurry up and get some money in. So just watch, you know, for the things, because that's the reality that nobody seems to want to talk about. But I'm here to talk about it because I always don't go into anything blind if you can help it. All right. So any more questions? Let's take a look. Nope. I don't see anything else there. I'll give you all a second. Anybody have anything else? If not, we're going to go ahead and prepare for our weeks. All right. I don't see anything. Well, I thank you all so much. Please hit the bio, sign up for the mailing list, and I will send you all out these dispatcher agreements. Anybody who watches the replay, if you get the replay today and you sign up today before midnight, I will send them to you as well. But tomorrow it is over. All right. Thank y'all so much for giving me some time on y'all Sunday evening, and I will talk to y'all later. I'm going to look for y'all emails. All right. Have a good evening. You're welcome.